Well, good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to MCM. How are you finding the convention so far?
So far, so good, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Great.
Excellent.
I'm having a good time. I just missed the whales out there. They was telling me whatever it is.
I was excited to see that thing.
Oh, for real?
That thing called the whale, and never seen that.
Any key points that stand out for you so far today at Con, guys? Like any key moments, any sort of interaction with fans or?
It's just how excited they are. It's crazy because it's been four and a half years since the game came out, and they're just so excited. They come up and they're shaking sometimes, you know, and you just go, relax, calm down. We're just guys, you know. It's really fun, but it's just it's cool because to me it shows the you know how long the life of the game actually is, you know.
I guess were you expecting the game to have quite that longevity when you were doing all the work on it?
I definitely didn't think it would.
Not me.
Yeah, I mean it's
4
pretty.
years later, almost 5. September it'd be 5 years later, and we still relevant in this video game world. It's amazing, man. It's a blessing.
I'm curious what'll happen when, you know, I assume 6 one day will come out. If 5 will just be irrelevant.
Will we just drift off into the sunset?
I mean, because I'm surprised that 4.5 years later anyone gives a shit. But cool.
I hope not.
Not complaining.
This has been a long fucking 15 minutes.
I mean, honestly, I think we'll do good. You know what I'm saying? Even when 6, 7 come out, because you got to imagine San Andreas came out so long ago, and Melee still,
Yeah.
he's relevant, major relevant. You know,
Yeah.
so
Well, I think it's the longevity of the characters, and that's
Yeah.
what Rockstar did. I think with this GTA 5 is they tried to create very
Yeah.
unique, distinct characters that would sort of. I think that's the idea, which is probably hence the longevity. Is it's not just the gameplay and it's not just all that. It's that I think people had these 3 characters that they really enjoyed following their lives and their journey. So I think that's
Yeah.
I mean, who knows with 6 if it's going to be like, are we virtual reality at that point? Like what what is going to be the next?
Well, you won't know until it comes out, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So you've probably been signing a lot of autographs, but I have to ask Stephen, how many times you've been asked to cuss at someone today?
We get to a lot.
too much.
Yeah.
He don't even like to do it no more. He be in the car with us like, man, I fucking hope nobody don't ask me. Say,
Well,
"Go
because
fuck
after the first
yourself."
time, it's like, all right, that once, let's move on. So I just, I'll write them a little something or write a nice haiku that.
Are you ever worried about getting typecast? You play like psychopaths in Westworld, Walking Dead, GTA.
Do you what?
So you're saying psychopaths? Simon's a psychopath.
No, I'm not
You're
saying
assuming
that.
they're all bad. So I see
You
where
tell
you
me.
stand. No, I mean it's sort of that's why I do these other projects that are comedies, so that there's some people think of me as just that big jackass clown, and some people think of me as the psycho, and that's in silence here. No, I'm just kidding. That's your job, right? That's an actor. You want to have as many things, and if you are in fact like typecast, then that's a good thing. Although recently I did actually lose a job because of being typecast. So figure that for the business. You finally get typecast as a psycho, and then they said, well, we don't want you, we can't hire you as the psycho because you have been a psycho, so we want someone who's not known as a psycho to be a psycho.
Great.
What a business.
But that happens too, like even in the commercial world, you know, like as if you've done like commercial acting and stuff, a lot of times they're going, you're up for something, and they go, we know him from Grand Theft Auto 5. We better not put him in this Procter and Gamble commercial. Selling diapers or whatever. It's not really a good mix. But like I ran into that with
Viagra.
Yeah, exactly. That's when you get my age. Like that's all you go out on anymore commercially. You go out on meds commercials. You go out on the Viagra. You go out on the Cialis. You go out on the I got a Trulicity going. But in my in my defense, I walk into a room for a Viagra commercial. They go, nah, there's no way he needs that shit. That's when Rocco Macho Foxo stud.
So, can you tell us a bit about the kind of recording process? I mean, how does it differ to kind of other voice acting working on a game?
This is the first voice acting job that I really did. So I don't have anything really to compare it to. I mean, I did a Sheepdog years ago, but, for me, this was no different than a regular acting gig, right? I mean,
That's what it was. I mean,
yeah,
it was essentially
because-
the motion capture where we you know, we went in, and certainly that was my interest in it, is that it got to be a cartoon. I didn't see it as a video game, because I really didn't care about video games. But to be a cartoon, that was very appealing. And obviously the character in the script was most interesting, so it's like, oh, this should be fun. But it was, you know, it was the only difference between, you know, a movie, a TV show, or theater, and then motion capture is kind of the technique. So with this video game, it was motion captured with the balls, and we had our helmet. And so technically wise, it was challenging and difficult because you couldn't always hit. That's why in video games a lot, you know, you have to, if you want to get into someone's face, you have to go to the side. You can't both. So it's just a technical thing, but it was, you know, you show up, you have your 10 pages to memorize that day.
Or 40.
Or 40.
And then, you know, doing the voice acting, I didn't know that everything we did was fucking violent.
Was violent?
We never were nice guys in the fucking game. We would always fuck, nigga, fuck, bitch, fucking something, or screwing something, or robbing something. But
Well, there's a lot of catching
Why
on
people
fire
always
too.
ask me to just curse at them, because it's like that's all you have to do is drop a swear word.
and that's the
never-
image that they have on us, you know. You know, that's what we. If I cuss at somebody or Steven cusses at somebody, they get a thrill out of it. Versus Steven walk up and say, "Hey, how you doing?" They don't want to hear that. They want
It's
to, hey,
the
how the fuck
only
you
benefit.
doing? You know.
Sort of regarding your question of typecast, outside in the real world, I mean, I do like to tell people these projects aren't documentaries, and like the video game is a cartoon, so it couldn't even be a cartoon, let alone Trevor. My name is Steven. So you know, it's good to educate, and but the only benefit would be sometimes, like if I do get, which I tend to sometimes get a little frustrated and angry.
Very.
And people,
Tripolar, fuck bipolar.
it's terrible.
No, he's not typecast at all.
It's terrible because then people actually think they get amused by it in a sense. You know, it's like that's what they recognize as my anger. So it's very odd that how many people can get pissed off and have people then be like,
Like this morning, man, you know, I come downstairs at the hotel and he's fucking ranting and raving like Trevor just came the fuck out over some pain pills. He was fucking going crazy. The whole hotel staff was in the corner shaking and shit. I want some fucking pain pills.
a hotel should know where to get Tylenol. When the missus is in pain and the missus wants painkillers, a hotel staff should know. Across the street? Where? Where do I go?
Future reference, bro.
Here it comes.
If we together,
Here
if
we
we all
started.
together, all he has to do is ask the old man
I
for
know.
painkillers. He has them.
I got Tylenol for days, man. Tylenol for days.
Now
Once
we
you
know.
get my age, man. When
Now
you're
we
pushing
know,
60, the bones don't work. The bones don't work anymore. I admit it. It's rough. I can't run anymore, but
Sorry,
I
I
can
was
still
terrible
run
at
faster than
chewing
both
as
these
I'm going.
guys.
Since you mentioned cartoon characters, if you could choose, which cartoon character would you like to voice?
Oh, that's funny.
Or in like a cartoon universe?
Anything that comes to your mind.
I want to be a new black villain gangbanger character in the Avengers or some shit. They can make up something called the Gangster or some shit. You know, I'm saying that to this camera right here, so look out for me. You know, send something. I don't have an agent, but you can reach out to me somewhere.
Just put it out in the universe. It'll find him. It's so low.
I don't even know any cartoons, so I'm terrible at. The only one I was referencing yesterday was the Wonder Twins, which was from, I think, like the 80s Justice League. And it was the two that would, I think they were brother and sister.
Yeah.
And then Wonder Twin powers activate, and they'd be like an eagle in a bucket of water. Which was always hilarious. It's like, why not be something big and bad and dangerous? But they always had to choose ice or a bridge, a slippery bridge. Okay. That would be fun to do.
I want to be Fred Flintstone.
Oh.
Yabba dabba doo! Right? We can do Fred Flintstone as. But I think I'd be a good Fred Flintstone, or maybe a Barney.
The
I don't know.
Flintstones, I forgot
One of
about
those guys. Fred Flintstone, definitely.
Okay, cheers, guys. I think that's all we've got time for, I'm afraid. So it's
We're gonna end on Fred Flintstone.
What?
What?
Yeah, but
God.
do to that.
Thank you all.
Cheers, thanks, guys. Enjoy the
Have a
rest of the
wonderful
day.
day.
Guys.